All right, we're going to take a quick break. The coach has arrived. He will be on the set next when we return to Morton Steakhouse for our lunch and a late on 97.5 The Fanatic. Coach, great to see you. Great to have you here. Who do you have in the Final Four? Do you have a bracket filled out?
Not yet.
Not yet?
No. I got a couple guys over here to give me advice on who I should select.
Breaking down the games?
Yeah, they know nothing about basketball.
Well, I know the one guy over there can shoot the three pretty well. I recognize him.
Who is that? Because everybody wants to win. Now the teams to separate themselves as the ones that know how to win. And that's what your job is, to teach them the most important aspects of the game to make sure that they get to where they want to go. You cannot control others if you don't control yourself. You start off with being able to control and contain yourself. Even in an argument, even in discussions. I mean, I get in discussions with my guys over there playing golf, and I try to beat them up all the time. But that shouldn't happen. Like yesterday, he was taking my money playing poker, and I jumped over to try to punch him. That should be my first act. You cannot make good decisions if you don't create a good vision. We lose a lot of kids when you get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and you have to really want to be there. It's
a great life lesson, though, John.
Yeah,
it's a great life to be able to get yourself up.
Rick Pitino told Rick Brunson one time, "You don't want to go to Temple, man. They got practice at 3 o'clock in the morning."
What was the best excuse a player ever gave you for not showing up, and who was the most truant to those morning practices?
I think in all my years, I've only lost maybe 2 or 3 guys. I can remember the first guy that came late was Terrence Stansbury, and I put him up in the balcony and made him die the death of a racehorse. You know, racehorses die from running. And he ran the entire practice. He kept hollering, "Now, coach, no, not now." So I go back downstairs to get my roll book, and I just so happened to look in the gym, and Joe Anderson was trying to drop kick the goddamn ball in the basket. So I couldn't believe that. I said, "Joe, what the hell are you doing?" He said, "Coach, I done shot enough. I done made enough." So I said, "Joe, please, get out." I said, "No, come back. Turn around." I kicked him in the ass and I knocked it out.
What's your best memory from the NCAA tournament?
My best memory is the best chance we had to get there. And that's the one that sticks in my craw. And that's the year we played Seton Hall.
Oh yeah, up in Buffalo.
And if we'd won, we were going to play Oklahoma, who didn't have a guy that could shoot outside at all. A point guard is like this. See my finger? This is a point guard. A shooter and a scorer. His eyes is here. Dr. Peter Lee, of course, a great man. He changed what this city's all about. We hire close to 1/4 of all the employees in this city Temple hires. So the effect that Temple has on this community is great. Those flags up and down Broad Street, he put them up. He made sure if anybody put any graffiti on the wall, that is coming off within an hour.
You were one of the reasons why I'm in this business. You're the first guy I ever interviewed when I came to Temple, and I wasn't even a broadcast or a journalism major, but sitting there with you for 2.5 hours you gave me. 2.5 hours during the year that you're making the run, and the first run as #1 in the country with Mark Macon. You gave a little student in the business school 2.5 hours to talk about Proposition 48, and we sat there and broke down film of Syracuse, North Carolina. I'll never forget it for the rest of my life, and it was one of the reasons why I got in this business, and you're one of my favorite people.
I don't need to speak of what kind of a legend this man is. I've covered sports for a lot of years, and in my experience, this guy's the most memorable guy I've ever come across in sports. And it's not because he's a successful basketball coach, because he taught me more about, you know, his players say this all the time, he taught me about life, about competition, about passion. This man has more integrity than anybody could possibly realize. And I always said that when people talk about John Chaney, they don't really know him. I feel sorry for him because they've never gotten to know him on a personal level and know what kind of a great man he is. This is a man who truly is a legend, and I appreciate him every step of the way. Mr. John Chaney.